The county of Pomona and cities of Sonoma and Santa Cruz succeeded in passing ballot measures that fund childcare and youth programs. Some of the measures create a dedicated bucket of funding, while others tax sugary drinks, like sodas, to pay for the programs.
I think there is a mix of good and bad news in California for coming out of the election. But when it comes to investments in kids, I think there is more good than bad.
Dave Metz is the president of FM3 Research, who conducted a statewide poll after the election.
And today, most people think their kids will be less well off than they are. Again, that creates a sense of economic anxiety. And you'll note, by the way, at the bottom of the slide that this holds true regardless of how much money you're making. Even the most affluent households feel the same way.
He says the research shows that a top concern of voters was the future of California's youngest residents.
So it creates some economic anxiety, but it also puts people in a position where they can say, kids have it tough these days. We need to do everything we can to get them started in life in the best position they can possibly be.
As evidence, the local measures that passed across the state. They fund childcare, mental health services, parks, and youth and recreational programs. San Diego could have seen an expansion in funding with measures E and G, but they failed.
Clearly, there's broad support for children and youth, and had some of those efforts meaningfully included, like a child and youth component or focus, I think they would have stood to a much better chance of passing.
Erin Hogeboom is with San Diego for Every Child. It is just one of the many organizations that make up the Children First Collective. They are working together to tackle the challenges of having affordable childcare and paying providers fairly. And that work includes a future ballot measure to fund local programs.
I mean, the commitment is definitely there. The need is there. The voter support is there. So it's just a matter of timing and fundraising and really narrowing in on what we want and how to get there.
Courtney Baltiski with the YMCA of San Diego County says the collective is beginning to work on the initiative and fundraising. They are still working on deciding when the measure gets introduced to voters and their ballots. Tania Thorne, KPBS News.